There will be no explanation, only reputation, because I am dramatic.
And welcome to another episode of Crypts and Corks. I'm your host, DJ, and I love New Year's because my resolution every year, born again virgin, along with my co-host.
Paul, you're sweet and sometimes sour sauce, as usual. And you know where it's sour.
I smelt that about you.
Girl, how do you feel about some sweet and sour sauce for your McNuggets? Are you rocking with it, or
With
what?
the McNuggets? No, you gotta go with ranch. It's classic.
There is something different about McDonald's ranch. I could go on about dipping sauce.
Oh my god, McDonald's ranch. I want to tell them give me as many ranch as possible and just hoard them for all of my chicken.
Honestly, the way I could go on and on about dipping sauces in general, because I love dipping sauces, especially for my nuggets, like my McDonald's nuggets. I am definitely a
You're a dipper.
I am a dipper for sure. But top two, ranch and honey mustard for sure. Yes, you have to get up in that gig. And
Now,
yeah,
do you like baked beans cold from the tin? That was a joke. Don't actually answer that.
do I look?
Have you?
I'm not one of your buck-toothed British ancestors eating fucking cold-ass beans on toast.
Have you ever seen that video? It's two British people, and it's like, do you like baked beans cold from the tin? I do like. And it keeps circling the internet, and this is British foreplay.
Oh, okay. It does sound like that. Very that.
Yes.
But tell me about your blessing and your curse.
Well, my blessing and my curse this week is that I do like baked, it's New Year's, and I'm thinking about what I'm going to change about my life in the coming year. The friends that I'm no longer going to speak with.
Bitch.
No, just ready for the reset and hoping that 2026 finally is my year.
Fingers crossed. And hopefully it's my year by proxy.
Yeah.
We can live on that hope.
Yeah.
Hoping. Fingers crossed.
I've been living on that hope since 2020.
And you know what? We're going to speak it to the universe. Speak it into existence. 2026 is going to be our year.
I don't know. We tried manifesting last year. The year before that, we tried eating grapes under a table. Kissing at midnight didn't work. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. If there's some sort of New Year's tradition you think we should try to give us good luck in the new year, let us know. And we'll give it a try to hopefully, maybe next year life won't be so shitty.
Yes. Anyways, how about you, Paul?
Actually, life isn't that shitty, but
Last week it was for you.
yeah.
You got a rough one.
It was, and that was actually going to be my curse for the week. This past week has been nothing but technology issues, like transit issues, like my computer. So we do our tech ourselves for the podcast.
Yes, we
do.
I think you can tell.
Yeah, you can tell. Because like 2 weeks ago, we didn't have video. Because this week, my laptop just shit on us and I edit the video. And when I tell you, I went to the good old Best Buy to get a new laptop. And when I had to go to that Best Buy 6 different times for one laptop, not by choice, but by technological issues, like I don't fault the people who work there. I'm going to grant them the grace or whatever. But I will also say they are very lucky that I made out with 2 guys at the club before I had to go up in that bitch 4 times in one day.
I did not make out with any guys in the club because I did not go. I was a good boy and stayed home and did my notes for this podcast.
Yeah, I was a heathen and a whore. And I went out to the club and I made out with random men. Well, they weren't random because I knew them before that. But yeah, I was a heathen and whore and went out and had a good time. And those Best Buy employees are very lucky I did that because I could have very well popped off on them. But I calmed myself. I calmed my inner Karen. And by the grace of God, everything got worked out. Got a new laptop. Our technology's back in better than ever before. And, we're back. And we made it through. And sometimes all you can do in difficult situations is just find the grace of God and give that to others and be positive, no matter how shitty that situation is.
Okay.
I guess that's my blessing, so I guess we can move on to pop culture if you're ready. Okay. So I have a very interesting pop culture corner for you today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is 21-year-old Gavin and 20-year-old Tanner from Texas.
Okay.
Now, right off the bat here, what do you think the 20-year-olds are getting up to? What do you think they're
Anal.
doing? Nope, they're not getting up to that. They're two very basic white boys from Texas. What do you think they're getting up to these days?
Mutual masturbation.
I mean, it'd probably make them more money than what they actually did.
What are they doing?
So they tried to enlist homeless people in Washington, D.C. to use them as mercenaries to stage a coup of the Haitian island of Gonove. So the one, I think it was Tanner Tanner enlisted in the Air Force, and he was sent to Washington, D.C., right? And during his off time, while he was off on the Air Force, they had this plan. He was going to enlist the homeless people to be mercenaries for them. And the homeless people, famous for their work ethic, famously reliable, famously, good people to enlist as your mercenaries.
As your paramilitary army.
Right. And he was going to use his skills he learned in the Air Force to train them and use them as mercenaries, while Gavin went over to Thailand to the sailing school so they could sail to this island. Now, I will give them...
What was the point of invading and conquering this island? Were they going to set up their own micronation?
They were going to murder the men, and they were going to leave the women and children as sex slaves for them.
I'm pretty sure this is high treason.
Oh, yeah, this is crazy. They're awful people. And he went to Thailand. Gavin went to Thailand to learn about sailing. And I don't know. See, I don't know what's funnier. Thinking that the homeless people are the ones you would want to enlist for your mercenaries. And do you know how many people are on this island?
How many?
87,000 people. They thought they were going to take just the homeless people from Washington, D.C., enlist them into their militia, and kill... I imagine like a good 75% of that population is men, maybe 60, something like that. Kill 60% of the population and leave thousands just as sex slaves. Now...
Were they skinheads? Are they like part of the new fascist movement?
Oh, they're definitely like incels or some sort of crazy shit. But when that didn't work out for them, they just went to the Old Faithful and just started making child pornography. So now they're indicted on not only the mercenary counts, but getting caught with that child pornography they were making.
I'm pretty sure, okay,
It's a crazy story, right? Like, it's insane.
Somehow, there's something about joining the Air Force just so that you can learn military training, so that you can train other people to stage an invasion of a foreign nation.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that is some kind of high treason.
Well, they're in jail for it, so... Well, that and the child pornography, of course. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely really awful people. They're really shitty people. And it's like, you're literally Gavin and Tanner from Texas. You're not gonna take over a nation.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking stupid? With homeless people at that, like...
And child pornography, then, just start an OnlyFans where you jerk each other off.
Right, you'd at least make an honest income that way, like...
You're probably gonna make more money than inviting that island nation.
Right, it's literally the craziest story. And I wonder, because, they were probably, I imagine, smoking a little something. And they're like, hey, bro, you know what we should do? But could you also, imagine bringing that up to one of your friends and being like, why don't we murder 50,000 people? And your bro's just like, you know what, Tanner, you're right. Let's do it, bro. I'll go to sailing school and you do the Air Force. You get the homeless people riled up. It's insane. What?
I'm gonna make a snap assumption here. I'm gonna make two snap assumptions here.
Yeah.
One, they voted for Donald Trump. I think they did it 4 times.
You think so? Oh yeah, they definitely voted for Trump.
Yeah. 4 times is my joke about an election fraud. Because he's only been the nominee in 3, so that's my little election fraud joke. And 2, they're virgins, which is why all of their plans revolve around sex.
Oh yeah, they're definitely incels. Which...
I don't think a woman has even looked at them.
And did you know what incel stands for?
What?
It's like involuntary, involuntarily celibate. So like they literally like can't get laid.
I never knew that. I thought, okay.
Yep, involuntarily celibate, and then they blame it on women and things for the reason they can't get laid, which they're obviously...
Maybe it's you're awful people.
Right, you're obviously pricks.
Nick Fuentes is an incel. I'm surprised Charlie Kirk got married. Although his wife, she's scary.
Oh, she is scary. I've been seeing her on my TikTok all day, and that woman, she is scary. Like,
Look at me.
Sorry.
That's what she does with her face.
No, she gets like wide-eyed too with those blue eyes. She
doesn't blink.
Yeah, she is so scary. That woman, I don't know. She looks possessed or some shit. And sorry, I was typing. I was just fact checking that they were from Texas, and they were from Texas.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what they look like?
Yes.
They look like your average like white boys. It's crazy.
Which one was in the Air Force?
Probably the one with the short hair, I imagine. I don't think they let you have long hair in the military.
He looks like the type of bro who would say...
Oh, it tells you right there. Yep, the one with the short hair was in the military. Okay, yep.
They both look like the type to be like...
Keep going. I'm sorry. To be like what?
I'd never fuck a woman unless she would get out of bed and make me a sandwich right afterwards with all my dripping still inside her.
Okay, the fact you called it drip is gross. That doesn't sit right with me.
But you know that's how he would say it.
You got me there. But yeah, they're awful people. It's just an insane story all around. Like, how do you even come up with something? And like, how did they land on that island specifically? Now, I will give it to them. They did learn Haitian Creole, like the native language of there, so they could speak to the people.
Oh my god.
But it makes me wonder too, were they going to try and teach the homeless people Haitian Creole?
How much you want to bet that within the next 3 years they get pardoned?
Or I'd jump off a bridge. That'd be crazy if they got Well, they're definitely not getting pardoned for the child's pornography. That part, you're done. And when you go to jail for that shit, they're gonna like jump you. Like, you go to jail for that, you get shanked.
Yeah.
So either way, they're awful people, shitty people, and it's a crazy story. Do you have anything to add to Pop Culture Corner? Anything you'd like to discuss? I thought that story was crazy enough that I just...
crazy. Now let's do the story.
Okay, you ready to drink?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get up into today's beverage.
Please don't shake the ball every fucking time.
Let me speak, okay? Now, this is our New Year's episode, so we had to get champagne, of course. And this is Jamais Sera Bouquet Cava Brut. Now, is there anything on the back? This cava has been elaborated following the traditional method of second fermentation in the bottle using the best grapes. Pale yellow color, bright and with fine small bubbles. You know a little bit about a small bubble. Good aroma, intensity, clean, fresh, and fruity, like me. This cava can be enjoyed with all types of food. Now, let's break her on open. Let's see what the girls are doing.
Every fucking time we have champagne on this podcast and it's your episode, you shake the fucking bottle.
You're acting like I'm fucking, like... I'm not shaking it that hard, bitch. I'm literally...
Do you think the champagne discriminates?
I literally just picked it up, DJ. I don't know what the fuck you want from me.
Okay, let's see what happens next.
Okay, let's open it. And when it doesn't burst into flames like he's acting like... Oh, and how about that? It didn't explode over everyone.
The way you were shaking it at the camera. How? Oh, I'm going to eat my hat now. I'm going to eat crow.
Right. Okay. Asthma pour number 1. Your Midas touch on the Chevy door. Man, I looked at the lyrics to Champagne Problems this morning just so I could remember it for them. And you know what? Forgot them.
Obviously.
What?
Esmer, you are safe here. All of your problems, they're just champagne problems. Nothing can get you here. Everything's fine.
This smells good, actually.
It does. I can smell it from over here.
The bottle's really pretty, too. Well, this champagne, it does have a really nice color.
Yellow color.
This is a really nice. Okay.
Excellent bouquet.
Okay, let's cheers. Let's get
Cheers.
into this. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm a little disappointed.
As far as cheap champagne goes, she's cool. She's cute.
Yeah, it doesn't taste bad. It just doesn't really taste like anything.
It looks better than it tastes for sure, and it smells better than it tastes for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna give this 3.5 grapes. Not the worst, not the best. She's right there in the middle.
But you know what? The bottle is wonderfully 90s-esque.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful bottle.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's really, definitely get a couple bottles for your New Year's party. It's not the best, not the worst. If you're your friends are going to be lit as shit by midnight anyway, so who cares?
If you're not pre-gaming from 8 o'clock onwards.
Right, like, everyone's drunk by that point. Like, that's the point of New Year's. How many grapes are you giving it?
I'll give it 3.
3.
It's not great. It'll get the job done.
Yep, it'll get the job done. Like I said, not the best, but not the worst. It's, yeah. If you're trying to get a lot of people up in there and trying to get a lot of people drinking.
Do you know what this is? This is the perfect wine for it's New Year's. Mm-hmm. You have a party. Everyone's drunk as shit. Mm-hmm. So you pull this out.
Exactly. And they'll just see the bottle and how pretty it is.
And they'll be like, oh my god, this must be great. And they're going to taste it. They're going to be like, my taste buds are so fried.
Right.
My taste buds are so fried that I can hear the color blue.
Ooh, I wish I could hear that one. I can barely see it. It's funny because I am kind of colorblind. Mainly red-green, though. That's a little Paul fun fact for y'all.
Oh, we know.
Now, DJ, do you have anything to add before I tell you a little story?
No.
All right. Let's get into it. The 5th largest city in the U.S. An iconic actor whose life was cut short. Another actor known as the Gladiator and the Joker. A company known for BIOS software. What do all these things have in common? They share a name with today's iconic topic. The famous bird that goes out in a blaze of glory, only to be reborn in its own ashes. That's right, we are talking about one of the most iconic birds out there. The Pheonix.
Do you know what else goes out in a blaze of glory and wakes up in its own ashes in the morning?
You.
I was going to say you after a night of drinking.
Oh, yep, that's true too. That's true too. Now, did you clock any of my what I was referencing in the beginning?
Phoenix, Arizona is the 5th largest city.
Yes.
I don't know the software company.
Okay, neither do I.
River Phoenix was the actor gone too soon.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is the gladiator.
Oh, shit! Excuse the fuck out of me! Okay!
Well,
you know your shit! Okay! I'll see myself out! Okay!
And was there anything else?
Nope, you got them all.
Oh,
Except for the software company, which I don't know either. It's just like Phoenix Company or some generic shit like that. But damn, okay. Good on you, DJ.
Thank you.
Now let me shout out my sources real quick. So, of course,
I love how you shout out your sources and I gave up on after 3 episodes.
Well, I'm just doing it to
2.5 years in, I've quit.
Listen, I have to work to seem smart, okay? I have to put in that little extra effort where you're just smart. I have to work for it.
That's not true, Paul.
I thought there was a joke coming. I even paused. I gave you a little silence to get that
that's
little jab in there.
That's not true, Paul. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You can just be and let people make their own true assumptions.
Yes. So my sources were ebsco.com, EgyptFunTours.com, and thecurationist.org.
EgyptFunTours.com.
Hey!
Crazy.
Hey, they had some good information on the Pheonix, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's dive in, okay? So, the word Pheonix derives from a Greek word meaning a blend of red and purple.
Okay. Random. Love it.
The phoenix is a bird known for its extraordinary life cycle. The phoenix ages extremely slowly, living for thousands of years. Then, when it's ready to die, it bursts into flames, only to be reborn as a chick in the ashes from which its old body had been burnt.
So, okay. Is it the same phoenix that's just been reborn, or is it a baby phoenix?
Actually, we're going to get into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit. Okay. So, this life cycle makes it known as a symbol of rebirth, new beginnings, and the balance of life and death.
Like Jesus.
Exactly. And we're going to get into that too.
Oh my god, are you for real?
Yes.
It's like I read your notes, but I didn't.
Right.
That makes it sound like I did read your notes, but I really did not.
You can read them. I don't care.
No. I like the surprise.
So, the phoenix appears in multiple cultures such as Greek, Egyptian, and Middle Eastern, and has references as far back as the 6th century BCE. In Egyptian culture, it is associated with the Binu bird, associated with the sun god Ra.
Oh, I know him.
Now, the Binu bird was said to have landed on the Ben stone, which was the sacred stone that rose out of the waters before there were any land or people. So essentially, the Egyptians believed, like, before there was land, it was all just water. And then the stone rose out of the water. And then the Binu bird landed on the stone and let out a cry. And apparently, according to Egyptian folklore, religion, whatever you want to refer to it as, the cry of the Binu bird is what actually started time itself.
Oh.
Which I think is actually really interesting.
And now a company that teaches you languages is named after that.
The what?
Didn't you say it landed on the Rosetta Stone?
No, the Ben stone.
Oh.
I have not said Rosetta, but you're close there, sister. Okay, we'll get
I
them.
tried.
Now, the Binu was part of the sun god Ra and became the symbol for Ra's soul. It was said every day when the sun came out, the Binu bird was reborn with the fires of the sun and took flight across the sky only to die at the end of the night when the sun disappeared. Then it would be reborn again the next day. So that's what... Well, actually, let me save that. So the Binu bird became a powerful symbol for rebirth and life after death.
Okay.
The Binu was actually also said to be the guide for souls after they died and would guide them into the afterlife. And let me show you that's what the Binu bird looked like, right? Okay. So it kind of looks like a heron. They modeled it after a heron, basically. And again, if you're driving, close your eyes and open up your good old Instagram. This will be in the photo dump.
I love the crown. And does it say Ba Ra Ra?
Probably Ra, because remember it's...
I know, I see Ra, but that one looks like Ba.
I don't know why the Ba's there, but the Ra makes sense because, remember, they saw it as part of Ra, the sun god. And you can see, like, how why this might not, like, be associated with what we see as the Phoenix today, but you can see the similarities, right, where it's associated with the sun, the fire, and it being reborn every day, like, going out and then being reborn constantly. Then, it was Greek travelers and historians who heard the stories of the Binu bird and brought them to the Mediterranean world. But the Greeks changed the story of the Binu bird when introducing it into their culture. Now, I will side note that there is debate whether or not the Greco-Roman phoenix derived from the Egyptians or not. We mainly derive the link between the Binu and the phoenix from the famous Greek historian and philosopher Herodotus, who linked the two birds together. But, like, you can definitely see those because the Greeks introduced the fire, and what the Greeks made the phoenix to be is it's more of what we see today. Yeah. That firebird who goes out in its own ashes and everything. Now, But the interesting thing about the Greek version of the phoenix is where every 500 years the bird would build a pyre and burn itself to be reborn, right? So the Greeks' depiction of the phoenix was much more dramatic, but
Yeah.
that core symbol of it being about rebirth
Birth.
and life and death and everything. And I do have a depiction of what, well, this is more from the Romans, but it's from the same era. Okay.
Greco-Roman, yeah.
Yeah. So I do have a depiction here for you.
yeah.
So it's the bird, and then you see the bird on its pyre that it built. And it's what's interesting too is that the bird is building its own fire on which it's burnt upon,
Yes.
almost like it's building its own destiny.
I like that.
Right.
Or like how I planned my own funeral because I can't trust anyone around me to do it right.
Wait, say it one more time.
Or like how I planned my own funeral because I can't trust anyone around me to do it right.
That's so. You think he's joking, but he's not. He has told me multiple times what he wants us to do at his funeral.
Yes.
That is not a joke. He's right. He's looking forward to it, which honestly, same.
100.
Well, not your funeral, my funeral.
101 cannon salute. All the cannons are trained at one person in particular. Not you. I can't say it on live or else I'm going to get like charged with something.
Yeah, please don't get us charged again.
The whole Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
No. The Greeks and Romans presented the phoenix as one singular bird, like you brought up before, who
Okay.
was constantly reborn. There aren't multiple phoenixes.
An
There's
eternal
one.
bird that just...
Exactly. There's just one eternal phoenix. There aren't multiple phoenix birds in their lore. And also in the Egyptians, there was only real one Binu bird, that single bird who landed on that stone and started time and everything.
Yes.
So there aren't multiple phoenixes. There's just that one phoenix.
Okay.
So the Greeks and Romans saw the phoenix as a sign, and when this phoenix would appear, it would signal the end of an era and the start of a new one.
Oh, I see.
Yes. So there are Roman records of several historical appearances of the phoenix, which were probably meant to symbolically mark new eras. For example, a phoenix allegedly appeared in Egypt in 36 CE as an omen of Caligula's terrifying reign. Emperor Claudius sought to replace the public's memory of this appearance and, by association, to ease the baneful past by parading a living phoenix through the Roman Forum to celebrate the city's 800th anniversary in 47 CE.
Oh.
However, though, Pliny reports that no one among contemporary Romans doubted that the bird was a fake. Now, everything I just read was a direct quote from the Curationist website. I didn't really know how to summarize it. So that was a direct quote from the Curationist. So go check them out. Please don't sue us, the Curationists. We're just trying to educate the girls, you know.
I love how Emperor Claudius thought he was really doing something for the city of Rome.
Right.
And then there's Pliny the Elder.
Just shitting
I'm
on his
assuming,
parade.
Was it Pliny the Elder or Pliny the Younger, does it say?
It doesn't say.
It just says Pliny, okay. And then there's Pliny, it's like, we all know it's fake. He died the fucking bird. It was an ostrich.
I do think it's really interesting, though, that the emperor, knew how the people saw this bird as a sign of a new era and, paraded, the phoenix, the fake phoenix around to, signify this new era. I kind of like that. There's something nice about that. I don't know. I just like it. What do you think?
Fun fact about the Roman emperors. So you hear emperor and you think of it as a monarchy in the modern sense, where it's passed down parent to child. It was more in 500 years or 1500 if you're looking at the wider Roman Empire. There were only a handful of emperors who came to power peacefully and who died peacefully.
Right.
Because what would happen is you would kind of kill the person before you and take the throne, and then eventually one of your heirs would kill you to take the throne. And so one of the ways that emperors of Rome would try to prevent that is by throwing these lavish parties for Roman citizens.
Oh, and this was probably part of that.
And this was probably one of it. Because here's the thing. If you if you declared a holiday, everyone got off work and they got a ration of food from the government.
Okay.
So this celebration was probably like one of those things.
How do you know that shit?
I took an ancient Roman history class in college.
Girl, I took a lot of history classes. I don't remember shit.
Well, I also went to Rome with it, so.
Oh, you were in Rome?
Yeah.
You probably told me about that. I forgot, though. That's so
You
hard
never
to keep
heard
up.
how I like was there for 10 days and I ate pasta carbonara nearly every day that I was there.
I do remember that now. The only thing I really... See, your most famous travel story is your ones from Ireland, and that's all I
yes.
really remember.
Yes, Ireland, where I was drunk most of the time.
Yes.
As you should be. I'm a good Irishman. I was drunk the whole time.
Oh my gosh. Now, the legend of the Pheonix would eventually spread into the Middle East and Europe, eventually making its way into Judaism and Christianity. One story in the Jewish Talmud tells of a story in the Garden of Eden, where after eating the forbidden fruit, Eve offers it to all the animals who partake, except for the Pheonix. When all the animals were banished from the Garden of Eden, the Pheonix was allowed to stay, and for its loyalty to God, it was granted immortality.
So, what I'm hearing is, biblically accurately, like me, the Phoenix is God's favorite. Which is biblically accurate.
I don't know about you, girl.
That was shady. Oh, and the little look up, down. That was shady.
I don't know.
I don't know about you, girl, was shady, but then you did the little up, down look, and that was really shady.
Well, one thing
This bitch goes, I say, I'm God's favorite. And he goes, I don't know. Looks me up and down.
Well, one thing about you, girl, is you've eaten out a lot of fruit, so you probably would have been banished real quick.
I have sampled of the forbidden fruit. But then again, so have you.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm not ashamed. And what about it?
Paul he loves playing with those melons.
Exactly. I love a good melon. Another story of the Talmud tells us of the Phoenix on Noah's Ark, when the Phoenix displays nobility and selflessness, when it doesn't demand food from Noah because it sees how hard he's working trying to feed all the other animals.
Can't relate.
Me either, bitch. If I'm stuck on this bitch-ass boat, girl, give me the food. But I guess it's supposed to be like, I don't know, teach us something about not being greedy or some shit.
Have you ever heard of Noah's Ark at Kennywood?
No.
It's like a haunted house walkthrough at Kennywood, but it's Noah's Ark. I'm famously scared of it.
I wonder who came up with that shit. A haunted house that's Noah's Ark themed.
So apparently it was like a thing back in like the early 1900s, and like this Noah's Ark is the only one left in the country. But I'm famously scared of it because my father took me on it, and I got scared, and he like made me do the whole thing, and it was the only time I ever saw my grandmother slap my father across the face.
That's a wild story.
My point being, we should go to Kennywood, we should go to Noah's Ark, and we should film it for the pod.
So the point of that story wasn't that your family constantly physically abuses each other? Well, and mentally.
I was only spanked once by my father.
You liked it a little too much, so you had to stop.
No, I didn't.
You said, Dad!
It ignited it ignited my sense of injustice because I got spanked for something really stupid.
I think you told me that story, actually. I forget what, but I think
I wanted to call my mom. Divorce, kids.
And now you can't call her at all.
Where's the Ouija board?
Exactly.
I'll call her right now.
Now, the Phoenix is depicted in a lot of Christian artwork and is tied back to the death and resurrection of Jesus. Again, we have that resurrection aspect of the Phoenix coming back.
Because it got really big during the medieval and Renaissance era too, right?
I guess if you're... Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the Phoenix's association as being a wise creature, only existing in the mortal world for a little before returning to the utopia of heaven, because that was a part of the Greek part of the.
That it could go up to Olympus.
Exactly. So it would stay mostly in Olympus and only visit for a short amount of times. Even how the Romans saw it, where it was like a sign of good times, a sign of a new era, right? And you can see how that's associated with Jesus too, where Jesus was only on the earth for a short period of time before returning to heaven or utopia, like the Phoenix would in the Greek version of the story, returning to Olympus. So there's that connection as well. No, I do have a few different pictures I want to show you. Now, this first picture, this is a picture of the Egyptian depiction of the bird, the Greek version of the bird, and the Jewish version of the phoenix. I thought this was a really good comparison. I thought it was cool. Again, look on your screen, go to our Instagram photo dump. I think it's cool to see the bird in all of its different depictions together.
And it's so interesting because you can definitely see, so you have the crane or the heron, very Egyptian.
Right, exactly.
And then you have the much more hawk-like Greek phoenix, which hawks is something that they would be very familiar with. And then you have the Jewish phoenix, which is still hawk-like or maybe eagle-like.
It's giving me more like a pheasant, which is in
It definitely does
Europe.
have that more puffed out chest like a pheasant. But even in ancient Palestine, they would have different hawks.
They had peacocks too, I think, and that does look a little bit like a peacock.
The tail, or the Greek one, I think they had more peacocks. The tail looks more like that, whereas the Jewish phoenix looks more like a traditional hawk.
You know, it's interesting when you associate it with the birds that
they would see,
Yeah, that's really interesting. And then this next picture is just like a phoenix with Jesus, like how they would depict it in like Christian art. Yeah. There's the phoenix with Jesus on the cross. And you can go ahead to the next picture. The next picture too is just a phoenix in stained glass because, you know, a lot of Christian art is stained glass. So I thought it was really interesting seeing the phoenix on the stained glass.
Okay, going back to this picture of the phoenix and Jesus on the cross. I gotta say, this isn't a read on you. This is a read on whoever did it. It looks like they tried really tried really hard.
Yeah.
To make it look medieval. And it still kind of looks cartoony.
Well, I can't tell you how hard it was to find like Christian depictions of the phoenix that weren't stained glass. It was super hard to find just that picture because like there really isn't that many depictions of the phoenix in Christian art.
Right. But because I don't think they tied it to Jesus through imagery.
Right.
But during the medieval times, a lot of nobles and knights in Europe would adopt the phoenix as their badge.
Oh, like the coat of arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Their badge, which would just be like your symbol. Or which would later become the crest, which is above your coat of arms, you have the crest.
Right.
Which is a single image that represents you and your lineage. And the phoenix was one of the most popular.
I mean, I can see why. I mean, it's a fucking cool bird. It bursts into flames to be reborn of the ashes. Like,
yeah, and I mean, it's very
cool.
like it's a message to your enemies that if you kill me, I will come again.
Right, I'm coming back for you, bitches, and I'm gonna come back smarter, stronger, and harder. And you know what? I'm pretty hard right now. So if you see me harder,
you have that Catholic boy thing where you see buff Jesus on the cross and you get hard, don't you?
No, I was never attracted to Jesus.
Neither was I. But I heard, like, I remember there was this show, and, like, one of the gay guys was like, yeah, I used to be, like, attracted to buff Jesus. And there was a part where he was sitting in church and he was like, I don't know why I was, like, he's talking to a crucifix. He's like, I don't know why I was so attracted to you. You're not even that buff.
Right, he wasn't. I mean, he was supposed to, like, maybe probably starving. I imagine they didn't have, like, the best diets when Jesus was stomping around. Maybe not stomping. I feel like Jesus more pranced. He seems more like a prancer.
Okay, if one man if 1 in 10 men is gay, and there was Jesus and 12 apostles, that's 13 men.
Mm-hmm.
At least 1.5 of them was gay.
Oh yeah, there was some homosexual stuff going on for sure.
A bunch of men camping out in the desert. You can't tell me there wasn't butt stuff going on.
Right. Now, this brings us to the modern era with a modern day Pheonix sighting. I have a video for you here, DJ.
Okay.
Now it's looping, so... Okay, I have this video of a real-life Pheonix encounter.
This looks like a cartoon.
Well, the cartoon is...
Okay, it's zooming in. Holy shit! That bird's on fire!
Right, it's a firebird. That's a Pheonix. It's a real-life Pheonix.
Hang on, I gotta watch this again.
And TikTok wouldn't lie to us, y'all. There are real Pheonix birds on the TikTok. We're waiting for it to loop.
I want to know what the fuck that is.
Yeah. So, do you think that's real?
It's something real. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know either. I mean, that's literally what every time I searched real life Pheonix encounter.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
That video is the only thing that came up.
I
Because
know.
every time I looked up real life Pheonix encounter, the only thing that came up was the Pheonix lights. Well, which is a whole nother topic for another time. Famous UFO encounter, of course.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that really came up. Mm-hmm. But honestly, like, Mookie, like, I think we all know the Pheonix might not be real.
No, I think it's a wonderful story.
Yes, it's interesting.
From
history.
mythology. And, you know, perhaps at one time it was real.
Maybe.
Because that's one thing that I think about a lot of cryptids is at one time it very much could have been real, and it just could be a biological animal that is now extinct.
It could be. Who knows?
But I don't know. That's
That video is the only like real video I could find of like
a
real Pheonix.
No, that's crazy. That video is crazy.
Right. And again, if you're watching the video, you saw that video. But if not, go to our Instagram dump as usual so you can see what the fuck we're talking about. But yeah, like you said, this is such a cool story, and it has such a lasting impact on culture today. I mean, the Pheonix and Harry Potter, and we got like Marvel, it's in Pokemon, it's in video games. I mean, even songs like literally The Pheonix by Fall Out Boy. Like,
Literally.
it still has the story has such an impact on our culture to this day, and that's why I wanted to bring it up too, because like maybe it's probably not real, but it's such a good story. I mean, this bird that bursts into flames just to be reborn of its own ashes, that's such a powerful story, because like we all go through shit every day and we have to like find our way through it, you know?
Yeah.
It's a powerful story for sure.
It is.
Now I have one last question for you, DJ.
Hit me.
Smash or pass? Joaquin Pheonix.
Pass. I'm passing.
I'm gonna smash. He looks cute.
I'm gonna
down
pass
for it.
because he was signed on to do a queer movie, and at the very last second, they were like the weekend before they were starting filming, he backed out because he didn't feel comfortable portraying a gay person.
Oh well. Guess I'm gonna have to pass.
River Pheonix, I'd smash in a heartbeat though.
Well, we already did River Phoenix on the other episode
but I figured I would still
room.
put it out there.
Yeah, we did River on the Viper Room, so I had to pick the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna pass on Joaquin. Are we gonna do our New Year's tarot?
Yes, we are gonna do our New Year's tarot.
Now, how are we going to do our tarot? Now, if you're a longtime fan of Crypts and Corks, you know we do a tarot reading for the podcast every year. Now, are we drawing one card or...
I am going to do 12. I'm not going to do the wheel because we don't have a table.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to do it onto my lap. I'll hold it up for the camera to see.
What if we did, like, one for, like, the first 4 months and then the next 4 months?
What if I did...
Because then we only have to do 4.
What if I did a 3-card spread?
Okay, let's do the 3-card spread and see what the new year has in store for Crypts and Corks podcast. Us lovely boys here at the Crypts and Corks LLC at law.
There's boys here?
Well, there's one.
Not Paul.
Look.
Okay. Since it pertains to both of us, you shuffle it a little bit.
Get my energy in there too. Get the Crypts and Corks energy up in the gig. Okay. What's going on in the new year for Crypts and Corks podcast?
First card.
Ooh, the devil. That means there's some things we gotta let go of, yeah?
So it can mean many things. It means, mostly it means the inner stuff, the stuff that you try to hide and push down.
Mm-hmm.
It can also mean the shadow self, the things that are on the back, like, sort of in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and I hope it doesn't mean as we try to do more.
And I think it's... Sorry, you can finish your thought.
I hope it doesn't mean that as we start to do more paranormal investigations, we're going to meet a demon.
Maybe that could be a thing. Maybe we'll meet some demonic presences in our future on our planned investigations that we have for you guys in the coming year. And I do think it's interesting that the devil's on fire and we're talking about the Pheonix.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So I think that's really interesting. Maybe there's some stuff we gotta...
Second card.
Burn.
Have the deck upside down. We have the Six of Swords.
So the Six of Swords, what's going
The
on
Six
with
of
her?
Swords. So as you can see, there's the rainbow, you have the rain, and then you have the swords discarded there.
Mm-hmm.
And that is strife turning to rust.
What do you mean?
Do you know what strife means?
Yeah, strife is like bad times.
Yeah. And so the strife is literally rusting in the rain because we have no need of it. Happy times are coming, the rainbow.
Okay, happy times are on the way. Thank
Yes.
God. Praise Jesus.
The strife is rusting as in, like, there's no need for it, so it's rusting. Rusting is decay.
Okay.
And last but not least... Judgment. Yeah, you're going to have to put him on there.
Ooh.
This isn't a bad card at all. What it means is ultimate change and rising to a higher plane.
Rising to a higher plane. I like
Yes.
that. So what I'm getting from this spread is we're going to work on ourselves and better times will come and it's going to be good things
Yeah.
that come from...
Working on ourselves and working on things that we don't always like to talk about. It's going to be a change for the better.
Change for the
For
better.
the better, which brings us to a very important announcement. So the next couple weeks on Crypts and Corks are going to look a little different from previously. That's all we're really going to tell you, and just stay tuned.
One thing's for sure, things are never going to be the same. Like Taylor Swift, there's going to be no explanation, only reputation.
Because I am dramatic.
And I do have my reputation
That was a
sweater
little too
on.
much champagne.
I do got my reputations on. I do got my reputation sweater on if I could goddamn talk today. But yes, things are never going to be the same. And you guys should stay tuned. But we're like the Pheonix. Just keep that in mind.
This is not the end. It's only the beginning.
Yes, because when she fell hard. She heard echoes of new words.
Stop! I told you that in confidence, that when I fell it caused an echo.
Girl, we've all heard that echo.
If a tree falls in the forest and there's no one around to hear it, did it even make a sound? Well, if DJ fell in the forest and he fell, that echo reached civilization.
I thought of the Dear Evan Hansen.
Dear Evan Hansen.
Did I ever make a sound? Will I ever make a sound?
The problem with Dear Evan Hansen is he made too many sounds.
Now, do you have any final thoughts on the Pheonix, on the tarot reading, anything, any other final thoughts before any last things to address the Corkies before we let them go into the new year?
Next year I want to get a new co. No, I'm kidding. No, this was a good episode. It was fun.
Yeah, the Pheonix, I think it was perfect for what we have in store for you guys, for what's going to be happening, the rebirth aspect of it all. 2025 was a good year for us. We did 3 live shows.
Did 3 live shows. We did investigations.
We're really honing our craft and really learning from everything we've done so far. And we're going to take that into the new year, as we hope you guys do too. 2025 was a crazy fucking year for everyone. So just take your lessons into the new year, and it's going to be a cool one.
Yeah. Please like, subscribe, and follow wherever you're listening. Please DM us on all of our social medias with your thoughts. If you have personal stories, please email us at our email below. Paul, where can they find you?
You can find me at my personal Instagram and TikTok at Paulember, Paulember. And as usual, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
And you can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok at The Real Deech Powers. And until next time, Corkies, Happy New Year. Stay tuned. Keep your grips tight.
And your corks loose.
Bye.
Baby, let the games begin.